We got caught up. He brought in Shaq. LeBron got welcome. Arena of the Mind. 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 Welcome back. I'm Charles Dixon.
What's the deal? I'm Rob Parks.
Welcome back.
Big news today.
Big news. I don't know about it being big. It's
kind of big.
It's kind of big. Rudy Gay, finally after 3 years of always been in and out of trade talks, of being in trade talks, getting traded, might not be traded, finally was traded to Toronto in a 3-team trade. Tayshaun Prince and Austin Daye went to the Memphis Grizzlies, and Jose Calderon went to Detroit. And Rudy Gay, of course, went to Toronto. How do you feel about that? I mean, Toronto also, what people are really not talking about, this is Yahoo sources talking to team sources in this trade deal, is that the Raptors also gave up Ed Davis and a second-round pick to the Grizzlies. And the Memphis sent center Hamid Haddadi to the Raptors.
A bum.
So, what's that?
How do I feel about this?
Well, scale 1 through 10. How big is this trade for any of the teams?
Like a 5, 4.
Does this help Memphis move on to?
Let's go.
Help Memphis or hurt?
So Memphis got Tayshaun Prince and who?
And Austin Daye.
Okay.
So good good guard forwards on offense.
Either one of those guys can start at the small forward for Rudy Gay. Right now, it would probably be Tayshaun Prince. Austin Daye has a lot of potential, and he's young.
They both want. I mean,
young. And Austin Daye's like 6'11". Like I've seen him in person. He's like 6'11", but a small forward. Like that's a tall kid, and he has game. Like so, if he can grow into his potential, he could be. He won't be as good as Rudy Gay, I don't think. Rudy Gay's nice, man.
Yeah. Averages. He was leading the Grizzlies in scoring. 17.2 points a game, 5 rebounds.
Mm-hmm.
So I never ever understood why they were always trying to trade Rudy Gay. But we all know the reason. It's business.
It's money. 17-5 is not. That doesn't match up to what he gets paid.
Yeah, it does not match up. He's supposed to be scoring 25.
You can get anybody to score 17.
It's the NBA. If you watch some Brian Scalabrine, don't hate on anybody sitting at the end of the bench because they still can play.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I feel like Memphis didn't really go anywhere with this trade. They didn't.
Memphis will still be solid.
They good. I feel like they're gonna get bounced now because you can focus on Zebo and Mark.
But the wild card is Mike Conley is balling this year. The point guard, Mike Conley. I like Mike Conley, man. He's solid.
He's not. He's solid, but there's still so many point guards in the West alone that are like better than him, and some of them just off top, just top 4. Obviously, for one, the Clippers have 2 point guards better than Mike Conley. Mike Conley's faster than Steve Nash, but overall game, Steve Nash.
Yeah, Steve Nash.
And
Bledsoe's better than Mike Conley?
Yes. I would put Bledsoe on Mike Conley.
That's tough. I don't know. Mike Conley is not a slouch, man, at all.
He's not a slouch, but watching just Bledsoe keeps the whole team going. Like, if we're in a slump, Bledsoe can try to take over a game where he feels like his game, do a dunk, do a nice block, and just switches the whole momentum up. Mike Conley doesn't have that personality. He's strictly on defense, but he can score. But that's
Mike's a starter though. Bledsoe brings that energy off the bench.
Right.
So it's two different. You can't really compare them.
Oh man, Eric Bledsoe is just not in the right position. He will be starting anywhere else. Yeah. Everybody said that. As soon as he leaves, he's going to start somewhere. But it is pretty much on Conley pretty much to do something now. He has to be a little bit more forced because you can't see Austin Daye or Tayshaun Prince coming in. Together, they might average 17 points a game, but not one of them is going to average 17 points a game. Somebody has to pick up the slack.
Right, I don't know who's going to be Tony Allen.
Come on now. That was just a ridiculous thing to say out loud.
Tony Allen, Mike Conley, Zebo.
Zebo's good. have at least 5 more points. I mean, he's gonna get the ball more since Rudy is not there. You know, it is gonna open up down.
Everything's going through Zach Randolph.
Everything has to go through. You know, he's an all-star.
Yeah, he is.
So,
Toronto, they don't.
I'm not even going.
Toronto Raptors do not matter. Period. Now, this is good for Rudy Gay off the court. It's good for him off the court. You know, Toronto has beautiful women.
Toronto's beautiful. Got Kyle.
A nice culture.
They got Lowry.
Toronto doesn't.
It ain't that no matter, but still, that's a good.
Toronto.
Kyle Lowry and Rudy Gay is pretty good together. You know,
it doesn't matter.
It doesn't. It doesn't really. Doesn't not going anywhere.
They're not doing anything.
And we're not even gonna waste any breath on Detroit Pistons. I'm not even gonna even talk about
the Detroit Pistons.
They got
stink.
They got Drummond is the highlight. Him and
Detroit Pistons stink. Period. They stink.
They do.
Flat out stink.
Greg Monroe.
Shout out to all my Detroit people.
And Brandon Knight. You guys keep doing your work. Get
all you Detroit people back in the day, like in college, you used to make fun of me. You know, you used to make fun of me. Now look at y'all. Y'all stink. Y'all suck.
But as you know, he probably was a Cavs fan growing up. Or something like that.
I rooted for LeBron and the Cavs back then.
Now he's just a LeBron fan, so he's a Miami Heat fan, so he's ready to watch the Miami Heat against the Brooklyn Nets.
Yeah, about to smack the Nets. In Brooklyn, in front of Hove.
He was at the Lakers game.
LeBron and Hove doing their dab and all that. You know what they do.
Quick points, keep it on the NBA. Rondo, out. I mean, it's probably a story people have been talking about for a few days. He's out for the rest of the season. ACL. Weird ACL. It's just weird. They thought it was a hyperextended knee. And
that's what my phone said at first. Then they said it was tore.
And they tore it. And then how everybody found out. And Jackie McMullen breaking the news to Rondo. Rondo didn't find out from a doctor. And then Paul Pierce heard the news from Doris Burke at the end of the game. Like, it was just so much going on just to find out your point guard.
It's cool. I mean, Boston's having a down year anyway. You know.
Yeah, they weren't gonna.
But nobody wanted to see Boston in the first round. You know.
Yeah, you didn't. I still don't want to see them in the first round. You got
why?
Rondo's out. Doc Rivers is just
It don't matter. Rondo is what kept Boston in that series against Miami last year. That pushed it to 7. Without Rondo, they're nothing. Period.
I'm not gonna go with nothing.
Man, without Rondo, they're nothing, man.
They'll get out the first round.
No, they won't. They're going to be the 8th seed.
They're not going to be the 8th seed.
Yes, they are. They're like the 8th seed right now.
They're not going to be the 8th.
They're going to play Miami and get swept.
The East is awful.
Okay, but they're going to play
The East is awful.
Okay, what if Boston plays
Everybody after 1 and 2 and 3, after that, it's just up in the air for all those spots. It's Indiana. It's Indiana, New York, and Miami. After that, you can throw Sixers in there, and everybody else.
How many wins does the 8th place team have? I gotta look that up. I don't even know.
Whatever it is, the bottom 2 teams, the 9th and 10th place team in the West can be in the playoffs right now in the East.
If Boston plays Miami in first round without Rondo, they're getting swept. Easy.
Oh, they're not getting swept. They'll win a game.
They won't win one game. They won't.
They'll win a game.
How?
They'll win a game. Pride.
Okay, Pride.
They're not going to beat.
Pride is cool, but you're playing against LeBron James and Dwayne Wade. Pride is going out the window.
And you just gave a great reason. They're going to give up one game. They're going to take a day off just to go back home. Let's go back home and win Game 5. This is what they do.
Yeah, they did that against the Knicks.
They do that. Yeah. They can sweep. They do that all the time.
They gave the Knicks one game and let Melo go.
LeBron and Dwayne are known for giving games away just so they can win at home. I don't understand that. Like, why no one tries to do what the Lakers did in 2000 where they just swept everyone. Like, we don't care. We're just going to take it. And they only lost one game to the Sixers in the first game of the championship.
Yeah. And
then they swept after that. They were like, oh, no. You ain't stepping over Tyrone Lue. But, man. But, speaking of Allen Iverson, he turned down coming to the Texas Legends. He didn't want to go through the D-League. He wanted to go straight to the NBA, which I feel like it is a sad moment. You know, AI, you got so many fans wanting you to see you play back in the U.S. I don't understand why your pride is making you not want to go to the D-League for a hot second.
Because he's Allen Iverson, man.
Hot second.
Come to the Magic, AI.
Hot second.
Come to Orlando Magic.
Hot second. He would probably been there for about 15 games.
He's better than Jameer Nelson right now.
He better than Mark James.
Mike James. Hey, but these guys are in the league. These guys are in the league.
Yeah.
They're in the league because they didn't burn bridges. Allen Iverson burned all his bridges. Because he's an alcoholic. He was gambling, getting kicked out of Detroit casinos. Did you know that? He got banned from the MGM. This dude was reckless, man. He was drinking bottles after the game, a whole bottle. He goes out to the club, buys a bottle. He was doing this for years, man.
And he still put up like
right.
Still
and he averaged 30 a game. He averaged 30 a game. A functioning alcoholic. Straight up. AI, man. That's crazy. AI was on the top. He won the MVP as an alcoholic.
Wow.
Yeah. You didn't know that, did you?
No,
AI,
I didn't.
AI,
I didn't know
man.
that. I did not know that.
AI is party, man.
Well,
AI had a long enough career, man. Just go away, man.
Now he's talking about he wants to be in the administration with the Philadelphia 76ers. See if they give him a chance with that.
They might give him a job.
Yeah, they
might give him a
why
job.
not?
But he can't come in there with do-rags and saggy pants.
Oh, that's not going to work. That's not going to work. Even though, you can't get him mad because he did start that craze. I mean, he brought hip hop to the NBA, that combination. Everybody wanted to dress. Allen Iverson started that.
Yeah, I remember the commercial.
Started that kind of
the
crossover
swagger commercial.
That crossover. Everybody was trying to let's wear jerseys, do-rags, and then Stern said, no, jerseys, no baggy hands, no more do-rags. You can wear business casual only to games.
Allen Iverson still dresses like a hoodlum. He's like 36.
Oh man, we see a lot of those out here.
Jersey
still stuck
in like
2000s with your white tee. What? In my white tee. Oh.
Dudes in Orlando have zero swag, man. That's crazy, man. Come here and clean up because they have no swag. Man. It's hilarious.
But, it's been good. It's been leading up to the All-Star break, getting real close to Houston. I feel like it's going to be an interesting All-Star weekend. Pretty much, other than that,
James Harden. Did Jeremy Lin make the All-Star team?
No.
Good.
Oh, my gosh. He was only going to make it if the fans voted him in.
Thank you. Please.
He wasn't going to make it if
the Chinese people don't like him that much. They didn't vote him in.
Just Asian. You want to say Asian.
Is he Chinese or Asian?
I think he's Taiwanese.
Okay, excuse me. He's Asian. Sorry. Shout out to all my Asian friends.
Political.
Hey, all the Asian people. I mean, this is how it goes, though. Not to be racist or anything. The Asian vote is huge in the NBA. The NBA is arguably bigger over there than it is over here.
Oh yeah, that's why Dwayne left to go to Ling Ning.
Man, LeBron goes on a tour and Kobe, Nike sends them over there in the summertime for like 2 weeks, and they just go around balling, exhibitions,
scoring,
and it's like and it's like all these people outside just cheering them on. It's crazy over there in Asia, man.
But
I want to go to Asia.
We do, yeah. But we're here in America, in Orlando, Arena of the Mind. Charles Dixon,
Rob Parks. I'm about to go watch the Heat smack the Brooklyn Nets in Brooklyn right now.
And I am going to probably do the same thing, watch TV. And other than that, make sure you talk to people on the phone. And we're going to keep saying this. Meet people. Talk to people. Make sure they're there.
Why you got to bring that up?
I don't know. Because he said he was talking to a guy that was talking like a girl. It's just so ridiculous to me. But that's it over there. Arena of the Mind, where our minds are like an arena where sports play 24/7, 365.
That's all life. Sports, man. Sports.
It's more sports. Peace out.